Raging Bull is an intense film, and not just in the boxing ring. At its core, the film is about a man who had the opportunity to have everything he wanted, but instead destroyed himself and hurt those closest to him. Director Martin Scorsese worked hard to make this film great. Scorsese was on a mission to give everything he could to make this film great, and the cinematography and editing reflect this dedication. I want to start by looking at the 8 scenes that the film hinges on, the boxing matches. The second fight of the film is the first time we see Jake fight Sugar Ray Robinson. Look at the size of the ring. Scorsese actually used multiple rings. Some were very large and others were regular sized. This was to show Jake's different psychological states at different points in the film. As his mental state changes throughout the film, so does the ring size. The third fight is one of the most visually interesting. Haze fills the ring. The images fall in and out of focus. Some shots are in slow motion, making everything feel lazy and burdened down. Certain shots have heat distortion. These effects give the fight a hot, hellish feeling. In my opinion, the most interesting fight is the last one. Take a look at this sequence of shots. As Jake gets hit more and more, the shots completely lose a sense of continuity or time. For example, a shot of Robinson's right hook cuts to a shot of his left hitting Jake. The two men change position on screen, breaking the 180-degree rule. Camera flashes obscure our vision of the action, and slow motion shots are sporadically placed through the sequence. All of this disorientation is completely purposeful. Scorsese was much more concerned about how the scene felt rather than making sure that everything made logical sense. Raging Bull features this technique specifically at important moments throughout the film, most notably just before a boxing match. This is a calm moment where Jake asks Vicky about a comment she made regarding De Niro, a boxer Jake is about to fight. Jake is worried she is cheating on him, and their conversation does not stop his worrying. There's a moment of silence as we see Jake's anger brewing under the surface. The jarring cut throws us into the boxing match against De Niro. Another great example is this moment. This scene takes place soon after we watch Jake hit both his brother and Vicky. Vicky is packing to leave, but Jake gets her to stay. Although calm, the whole scene gives off an uneasy feeling. Vicky knows that Jake is angry and violent, but she stays because she still loves him. The audience is worried for her, and we feel anger towards Jake.
Less than a minute to go, and MOTTA is losing.
We are again thrown into the ring as Jake is getting hit. This shows us the connection between Jake LaMotta in and out of the ring. His rage shows its full face in the ring, but it builds outside of it. These jarring cuts help us understand the central idea of the film. Jake manifests the anger inside himself through boxing. I want to end by talking about the biggest juxtaposition in this film, a sequence that Scorsese thought was better than the rest of the movie, Jake LaMotta's home video montage. Other than the opening titles, this is the only other part of the film where there is color. The montage shows us the happiness Jake could have had. He had people around him that loved him and cared about him, but he could not control his anger. The joy he could have had was destroyed by himself. The happy feeling of the home video montage is juxtaposed by the tragic reality of Jake LaMotta's life. It's what this film is all about. The tragedy of a man whose biggest enemy was himself.